Hey guys, it's mcfixit here. As you can see, we have this outdoor one gang box held on by some duct tape that isn't really even holding it on. It looks like it's been broken for a while. So we're gonna go ahead and get a replacement. We are not gonna be doing the actual electric. We are just going to be replacing this cover piece. They sell lots of these out there. And so this is the one I picked up. And so I'm gonna walk through all the tools, the supplies, and the know-how, and how to also do this safely. Here are the tools and the supplies that you're going to need. This is that outdoor one gang cover. It does have lots of different options for it. We're doing a GFCI, so this will work perfect for it. The one thing I do like is it does have this little foam piece here to help keep out water. If it doesn't have one of these, you'll want to make sure you have some caulk to go around it. This allows you to do it a couple of different directions. It has a hinge on the top and the side, so if you want to mount it like this or like this, if you want it to swing up or you want it to swing the other way, these things work pretty well. Pretty inexpensive too. This is not the one that has the outlet in the bigger box. It's just that replacement. You're going to want a flat head, and you are also going to want a Phillips screwdriver. Another thing you're probably going to want is an outlet tester. This thing plugs in and makes sure your outlet is off. This is a little more optional. If you know it's off, you can test it with a light bulb or a lamp or something like that, but this is a really great tool to test to make sure you don't have power on. So first thing you're gonna do is just go ahead and test it. It might be hard to see, but it is on right now. I'm gonna go ahead and go in there and go ahead and turn the breaker off. So go ahead and open up your electric box. Figure out which one of the switches it is. I do know it is this one right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it. But it may take some testing, because if you look, it says garage, 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 garage. So you do wanna be careful which one you do flip and make sure it's actually off. Okay, and as you look, it is off. It may again be hard to see, but I can tell there are no lights on right there. So we will go ahead, and I'm gonna use this to kind of just collect all of the screws. First thing we have is 2 flathead screws. And the new one does come with a lot of screws, but I don't know which ones it comes with yet. So we will just save everything just to make sure we work and it works properly. I don't want to hit the camera, so I am doing some of this by hand. I want to give you guys the best angle. And this is one of those covers. I believe it's the same thing that's going to be in here with the covers. And so, well, it does look like they mounted it here. A lot of times these are mounted behind and then they're screwed in here. So not certain if this is a aftermarket from somebody else. So just be very careful, because we are going to be real close to electric now. Even though it's off, always be safe. So that's off now, and so we should be able to just gently pull this out a little bit. Might have to pull it out a little further to be able to really get it around just like that. And you can tell there was some cobwebs, and there was nothing on this back side to help seal it in. So we'll go ahead and open up the new one. I would hold it upside down because there are all those screws and stuff in there. So there are some instructions. Make sure to go ahead and read over all of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and gently open it up. And then we'll go ahead and pull out the different parts. So once you have removed this piece, this is out a little bit, we're going to go ahead and use the new screws. They are in a little pack like this. And we're going to get the 2 bigger screws, and these are both Phillips. and we'll go ahead and start them. Just like so. Gonna try not to hit the camera. Wanted to give you guys a nice clean view on that. Maybe a little too close for comfort right here, but it's okay. So I'm gonna do it about halfway. Gonna go ahead and grab the next screw and do the same thing. We're gonna go ahead and put it in. These screws are just a little bit longer than the previous ones, but there's plenty of room in this box for them. The other ones were kind of looked like they were a little getting stripped, so somebody has probably worked on this before. Okay, now don't put them in all the way. You do want them sticking out a little bit. So because it has this foam piece, this will help really keep it waterproof. And if you don't have a GFI outlet and you just have the other, this is that time that you'll go ahead and pop it out and switch it out for whatever you have. You just press in the center here and these little things will pop out and back in. Then what we're gonna do here is you gotta kind of finagle this a little bit. You wanna make sure this is about halfway out and you actually push kind of down and these little screws will be in here and then they will slide over just like that. Now don't just leave it like that. You do need to tighten these down nice and firm. And so go ahead and spin those down, and with that foam, it will help keep all of the water out, which is pretty awesome. Sorry, this is not the best camera angle with this here because of that top piece. And so this foam piece should be pretty scrunched, and you should not be able to move the outlet box at all. I would say also, if you don't have one of these metal gang boxes right behind here, I probably would put a little bead of caulk around the whole thing as well. This also has the option of this piece coming out and putting it in on the side. So if you wanted a side open instead of a flip up, you could do that. The other nice thing is it does have these two little compartments right here that if you want to pull this out and still shut it, you can run your cord and stick it down through. So I don't think this one is really long enough to be able to do it, but you could essentially plug it in. It is long enough and it sits just like that. That is for some outside lights that I have. So this is really convenient that it has this. It also looks like you can put some kind of lock down in the corner if that's something you want to do. If you have like kids around the house and stuff and you don't want them getting into this. So that is totally up to you what you want to do. Again, if you want to put it back in there till you decide, you can definitely do that as well. There is one last thing we need to do. We need to go ahead and turn back on the power. So we'll go ahead and flip that back on and go ahead and shut our box. Then this should be all ready to rock and roll. So we'll go ahead and open it and plug it in. And we do have lights again. I don't know if you can see that, but you definitely can if you're in person, or you can use some kind of lamp or something, but that is fixed. That was super easy to do. Again, it's just two tools in that one part, and this is able to be done pretty effectively and efficiently. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and hope you can fix this yourself if you're having this problem.